Hi everyone, this is a short process video using the Twilight Kit Club Our Story Matters collection kit from Echo Park. So I first took some paintbrush stripe stamps and I used Rustic Wilderness and Saltwater Taffy Distress Oxides. So here I'm starting to build up the mixed media background just by stamping some of these brush stroke stamps, and you can see a few of them didn't stamp so well, but as you build up the background that really doesn't matter. You're going to be adding lots of different layers to this background as it builds. So for this next stage you're adding some white drips and splats and some black detail. So here with a chunky Posca pen I'm just flicking some white splats onto the inked background. I then went in with some black acrylic paint and added some black detail. This next step I'm using some bubble wrap and I just press on some Saltwater Taffy ink just to add a little bit more texture to the background. So this next step uses a little bit of black acrylic paint and you water that down to be able to do some black splats and some stamping. So for this next stage I like to use just some bottle tops that I find from the kitchen and watered down black paint. It's really important that you just do a few test stamps. I'm using one of these disposable palette sheets here and I'm making sure that I dab that paint off before I stamp. This next stage uses just an old credit card dipped into the paint to create some of those vertical and horizontal lines. Another layer added here. This is an old text stamp that I have and I'm just stamping in some green text, and then another paintbrush stripe here just with black VersaFine. So I then started to build up the layout and I punched some hexagons from the pattern cardstock, and from the journaling cards I'd used a craft knife to cut the centre out to mount my photo. I'd also cut those lovely rainbow heart journal tabs that I'd started to place on the left hand side. So I'm just using some ATG tape to stick this down and a little bit of foam pads to add to the journal title card, and I tucked that under the photo, and then the rainbow heart strips I tucked under the journal card. So just to get these little journal card strips straight, I've got a 90-degree set square ruler here, and it's just a really helpful tool just to make sure you get those all lined up as you stick them onto your layout. And finally, I'm just using some of the lovely stickers that are in the kit. I've just picked out a few here, some stuck straight onto the layout, others added on foam pads just to add a few embellishments and detail to the layout. So I hope you enjoy creating with this kit. I just love the Our Story Matters collection, and I hope this video has given you some inspiration.